and welcome to round 4 of the P1 Jetcross Pro Tour. The pressure is on here in Bouveret, Switzerland with only 2 rounds remaining. Things are definitely heating up for our pro jet skiers. Every point counts. For a 4th time here in Switzerland, and this time we've arrived in Bouveret, a beautiful scenic backdrop between the mountains, and as you can see from absolutely every angle, it's breathtaking. Located on the edge of Lake Geneva, the village Bouveret is a pretty little resort on the side of the biggest lake in Western Europe. This village offers a natural and authentic experience with a multitude of different activities to practice with family or with friends, including the Swiss Vapor Park. Now, as you can quite clearly see, it's a miniature park, a popular place to bring your children for a family day out. Just when we thought this place couldn't get any better, there is a water park called Aqua Park. A fun fact about Bouveret is that it's also home to the Caesar Rich School, a hospitality college. This beautiful little town is filled with entertainment, but now it's time to head back over to the lake to talk all things jet ski.
Damn. Yeah.
Valentin Dardillat is only 24 points behind me, so it's a very close gap, but I'm not nervous about that. I can control my championship, and I only would like stay easy with my knee, and my goal is to win for sure this here in Switzerland, but I would like to win the championship, so I would like to make the best points and make easy race, safe race. My knee is not 100%, but it's better than better, so I will be okay for this in Switzerland. I can't train so much in my house because I would like make injury on my knee again. So the more difficult for me here, I think, is the physical, but I think my knee will be good and I can win for sure.
Actually, I'm third at the championship, so I'm happy, but before Vichy, I am second, just behind Jeremy, so Vichy is it's a race completely for me. I like Vichy. Vichy is a very hard condition with a little big wave, and I like this. It's very good race for me, but this year I don't have a chance on the log jump. So I finish 6th, I think. So I lose my second place at the championship. So I can be better because I want to pass 2 at the championship. At home, I'm training river, so I like this condition. But when the sea is a big condition with the big wave, with the roll, I like this, but I prefer river.
After a complicated start to the season, 2017 champion Valentin Dardillat showed he is back and he means business, taking the overall 2nd and 1st place finishes in Belgium and Vichy, moving up to 2nd place in the championship. Unfortunately, Valentin won't be racing today after sustaining an injury to his ribs in qualification. The format is simple. The races take place over 2 days, during which our competitors take part in 3 races, 1 today and 2 tomorrow. Speaking of races, it's now time for Moto 1. Over to our commentator.
400 metres in length the course, with the split to allow for overtaking, the blue and the green course, and 38 marks in total, including 2 log jumps close to the beach and the finishing line as well. Pretty hard to lay this course. The depth of the lake is 70 metres. And it's pretty rough as well because there's plenty of leisure boat activity. This is Lac Le Mans to the French, or Lake Geneva to the Swiss. And we're about to get running for race 1, Moto 1. Who's going to get the whole shot? Very good start in the middle there, but Michael Poret on the inside line I think may have it. Marvin Martinson's ahead of the field for the moment. They can go for that split straight away though. Ooh, a little bit of a squeeze from Jeremy Poret around the outside, and I think he's in the water. On board with Steven Lodis. Look how much they commit their body. So as they come to the split for the first time, Jeremy Poret, Michael Poret, Lodis in 3rd position. Marvin Martinez drops to 4th spot. Morgan Poret, Eric Endely, and then Bernal. And here is Jeremy Poret coming back to the blend line on the left-hand side just to make sure there's nobody there. It's very, very close between the two of them. And taking a quick look over his shoulder just to see where everybody is. Jeremy Poret leads this. Missing the log jumps for the first time. That's part of the regulations, but then through that very tight chicane. On board with Marvin Martinez. Tight battle here with Morgan Poret. Poret trying the outside line. I think he's going to lose out there to Martinez. It's the battle for 3rd spot. Poret leads then. Michael Poret in 2nd. Lodis in 3rd. Then it's that battle we just saw for 4th position. Plenty of action going on mid-pack. On board with Morgan Poret. Decides to go with the green split. Clean water, as you can see. Very, very important not to follow other riders and then be distracted by them, the chop of them. And the ski doesn't work quite as well either. 51 to his outside there, Martinez. Over the log jump for the first time for our leader. Decent margin over brother Michael at the moment. In 3rd position, the 1-1-1 of Steven Lodis. And Morgan Poret follows him. Another battle further back. Luke Hermansen overtaking Anthony Bernot. Both on the bullets. Lots of bullets out there with the Kawasaki engine. There's Lodis on the split, so somewhere Morgan Poret has gone green split again. We run on board with Lodis in the blue split. The angle that they get to get those skis to work properly. And now to his right-hand side, still with Morgan Poret all over the back of him. Morgan desperately trying to find a way through. Very, very tight between them. A little bit of a contact as they come across the start finishing line. Just the lightest of touches. Now the bravery over the log jump. And of course, if you hit one side, the other side goes up. Here is a replay of how he set it up. Nice little switchback, and there was a little bit of an open door there, and Poret took advantage of it, and then over the lumps and the logs was able to stretch that advantage. So 3 Porets now in the top 3 positions with Lodis outside being passed, and there's decent gaps between all of them. Ooh, big jump from our leader. Jeremy Poret missing the second lob, and he's going to get a penalty for that. That's the leader of our race. And he'll have to go to the equaliser buoy at the end of the lap, which is a longer way round the course. Will that allow his brother to get back at him? Meanwhile, on board with Marvin Martinez. Ralph Morin, the 44, beside him. Great little battle here. Still side by side. Moret is a works Kawasaki rider, and so he's not going to let him cool down. Now through the parallel slalom and back into the bend line. I think he's done it. Yeah, he has. Made that move stick. On board with Jeremy Poret on the 77. Now, expect to see the white dot ahead of you. Jeremy Poret take the penalty buoy. He does. Goes to the left-hand side. Can Jeremy make enough? No, it's not close enough. That penalty buoy wasn't very long at all and gave him a good slingshot into the log section. Be careful on those logs this time not to make the same mistake. No change then for the lead of the race. Jeremy leads Jeremy. Still side by side here as Moret makes his progress even further. Rotax almost shoulder in the water there. Now to the logs. Big jump from the 44. He just about survives. Incredible height from Moret there. As we switch back to a rather drenched Jeremy Poret in third position. Getting a big bath there. The top three go through the shots. Jeremy Poret, despite having to take the equaliser buoy, that mistake over the log jump, still leads this race. Coming towards the checkered flag then. And Jeremy Poret picks up race one ahead of brothers Jeremy and Jeremy Poret. Just like we saw down in the south of France, it's a Poret domination. Jeremy, Jeremy and Morgan. Then Ralph Morat in fourth position on the Kawasaki. Stephen Rotax dropped to fifth. Alec Enderley not so strong in sixth spots.
I feel so good. My knee is okay, so I will just make the best with no risk. So I win with the safe, and I'm very happy for my brothers because 2 and 3 is very good for him. And I'm okay.
So 2 races tomorrow and there's only 1 round remaining after this weekend. You're so close that you could touch this championship, but it could also be taken away. Are you feeling the pressure?
Yeah, a little pressure, but I think this track is difficult to pass on this track, so I would like to make a very good start for tomorrow. And I think if I will start first or in the top 3, it's okay for me.
Thanks, Jeremy, and good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
The Poret brothers stole the show in Moto 1. Jeremy Poret taking an awesome win, Michael in second, and Morgan not far behind in third. Join us tomorrow for more Jetcross action. Welcome back to Lebu, Switzerland for day 2 of round 4 of the P1 Jetcross Pro Tour. Current championship leader Jeremy Poret stole the win in Moto 1, proving his injury is all healed up and a thing of the past. Followed by his brothers Michael and Morgan. 3 talented racers battling the choppy waves out here in Switzerland makes for extremely close and exciting racing. At only 24 points behind Jeremy, Valentin Dardillat wasn't able to compete yesterday due to an injury sustained to his ribs in qualification. But like a true athlete, Valentin is going to be out on the water today because as the championship continues, every point counts.
Remarkable strength and bravery from Valentin Dardillat. He won the championship before, but he wants it again. This was the accident.
I had a bad crash yesterday at qualification. I took a wrong wave and my ski kicked me out and I fell on my ski, so I broke two ribs. So I feel better today. I will try to ride this afternoon and we'll see what's happened.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful place. We was racing here when we did the Swiss Championship. It was like 18 years ago. So it's a place we love because we are on the mountain, on a famous lake. So it's a very, very good place and beautiful. It's very nice to come here. The competition between my brother and me is always here. Even when we play football, bike, it's all the time here. So for sure, it's make us growing up faster and be fast. And we train on jet ski also together. So it's a big change because when we train alone, it's not very good. When you train with brother very fast, it's push you every time, and it make you become better. And it's also very good for family. We came here with baby, with mom, dad, all family, and it's a very good atmosphere. So it's good for the head, and you're feeling good. And when you go on a jet ski, everything is perfect.
Just 5 motos left this season with 60 points per moto win. No pressure, guys. Here's Moto 2.
A beautiful place to be racing here in Switzerland. And thank you also to Experience Kissimmee, who sponsor this JX Switzerland Grand Prix. Plenty of fans enjoying the sunshine, the warmth and the racing. The all-important hole shot then. Who can get it this time? It's generally going to be a Poret. A hugely fast start from Jeremy on the outside. First turn does go left. And they go through the split. The Dice has had a good start as well on the 111. There he is, closest to our shot. I think he's got Michael Poret behind him. We go on board with Luc Hermansen, the Dutch rider, right in the thick of things. Alongside him on the left-hand side there, the 51 and Marvin Martinez. We'll find out who's made the best start when they converge once more. And Le Dice it is, look. Le Dice ahead of Jeremy Poret. Now he needs to stay there. Generally, Le Dice hasn't had the pace to stay at the head of the field for the full race. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. We've got an onboard camera with him. He'll be looking over his shoulder to see exactly what's happening. Choice of ski for this one, the Bullett V3. All the top riders on that, with just the Kawasaki that we saw mixing it in the top 5 from Moron. Here is Le Dice. Ooh, wow, very, very close between him and Poret. Poret came out of nowhere there, but he's going to have the inside line for that last corner. Inside line for this corner as well, and Le Dice has been well put off. Change of the lead. Let's go on board with Tanguy Mézières, young French rider. It's being thrown around. Ooh, another mistake into the water. Puts his hand up to say, I'm okay, but he will retire out of the race. So Poret leads, Le Dice second, Michael Poret in third. There they are, just going through the shots. On board with Michael Poret. Oh, looks like Le Dice has had to take the penalty bar on the left-hand side. So Le Dice has missed something. And in fact, they are all missing the log jumps for the moment. Pretty choppy waters for these guys. They need all the strength that they can get to stay on the ski and then to control it at maximum speed. On board with the Dice once more. Over the logs, and on the right hand side there you can see Raphael Moron on the Kawasaki, putting himself under a little bit of pressure as Poret continues to lead. Jeremy Poret, healthy advantage, especially with those two behind him fighting. Oh, big one at the log jump. Looks like Marvin Martinez got caught up on the log jump and just the ski stopped. Catapulted him over the bar. Still battle on for third position. Le Dice with Raphael Moron trying to find a way through, but for the moment hasn't got the experience to find the clean water to make it happen. Well, at the front of the field we've got a change. It's getting very, very close between Mikhail and Jeremy Poret, and Mikhail's made a better hash of things through the split, through the parallel section there, and 77 now ahead of 72. Mikhail Poret ahead of Jeremy Poret. Controlled over the log jumps. Pretty clean water. It's quite choppy, isn't it? Especially for a lake, but this lake is so huge, might as well be a sea. So yeah, Mikhail now leads Jeremy. And Raphael Moron is up to third position. And it's Kawasaki on board with Luke Hermansen further back. Valentin Dardillat there on his right-hand side. Really, really struggling. Hermansen's actually got a ski that's less powerful than Valentin's, but Valentin does not look comfortable. Look at him, really, really struggling. Must be hugely painful riding with 2 broken ribs. He just wants to pick up as many points as he possibly can, even if he does finish last. With some retirements, he might pick up something. Battle on for second position. Moron's on the blue split. And can he pass Jeremy Poret on this last lap? There's Poret on the left-hand side. Jeremy Poret is not having a good one in this second moto, and he's dropped to third position now. And that was on the penultimate lap. 1 lap left. The white flag was flying on the left-hand side there. Can Jeremy Poret fight back, or is he going to lose 2 positions? Mikhail Poret, though, is going to win this. He's looked way stronger. Nice and slow over the start finishing line. Picks up the victory. But what about second spot? It's still going on. And Moron stayed ahead of Poret. So winner from race 1, only third in race 2. The Dice 4th, Alec Enderley 5th.
I'm very happy because it was a long time ago. I'm not racing like that. Yesterday I was fast, but I missed something to try to pass him. He did a mistake on the track. He go on a green split. I did the blue. It was a little bit faster, but I think I was a little bit faster this day. So I gave everything, and I'm very happy. It's very a long time I wasn't in possibility to win a moto because I deserve it, and the work is paid.
Le Bouveret is brand new to the Jetcross scene on the border between France and Switzerland. It's in Port Valais, a perfect place to come racing with plenty of fans and holidaymakers alike.
Safety tech and technical inspection is very important. It's mandatory that every racer's equipment goes through a safety check prior to racing to ensure that everything is in good working order. Whereas a technical inspection happens post-race as directed by our technical director. And here he is to explain more.
Bonjour à tous.
Hi everyone. You're under the technical inspection tent here, and this is the moment we control the safety on all the pre-technical inspections. We check if the rider has all his mandatory equipment and also the ski. We use some software on our smartphone to fill in and check all the rider's gear and helmet, life jacket, gloves, back protector. For the jet ski, it's more on the engine compartment. We check the battery attachments, the wrist lanyard, and then we give our approval.
So it's 1-1 for Michael and Jeremy. Will a Poret be on that top step? It's time for the final moto of the weekend.
Morgan versus Jeremy. Alec Enderley part of the pack, but not at the sharp end as we've seen in other motos across the season so far. Really good initial start there from Alec Enderley. Alongside him, Jeremy Poret, and on the inside, Michael Poret. And he is very fast. Takes a split, but he has clean water ahead of him. Jeremy Poret is on the other split. And behind him, Alec Enderley with the best of starts on the blue course then. But with clean water ahead, the two leading racers of this one coming together, but very much in the advantage, Jeremy Poret this time. Raphael Moron with an onboard camera this time, right in the thick of things. Not a very good start from that Kawasaki. But once he gets going, especially in these choppier conditions, he can really work it. Oh, there's someone down there right in the middle of the pack. Difficult to see exactly who it is, but I think it's Marvin Martinez. He crashed on the log jump in Moto 2, and now he's out of Moto 3 as well. Leaders though, Poret, and Alec Enderley in third, then Ralph Moron, Morgan Poret. Replay, see what he sees. Pretty choppy for Morgan. He's right in the middle of the pack there, trying to find a way past Raphael Moron. There is our leader, Jeremy Poret. Quite a way back you have to look to see his brother Mikhail. So much strength in that first moto of today. It's a long, long way back. Closing in though, you've got to say. He's getting a little bit tighter between those, and he needs to because he's being hunted down from behind. Alec Enderley still in third position. Ralph Moore and Morgan Poret pretty close. Here is Alec, third spot. Not far behind the Porets ahead. It would be nice for Alec to get himself on the podium in Switzerland, effectively his home race. Number 7, 5th place, chasing Ralph Moron, Raphael Moron. And there he is, just ahead on that black Kawasaki. Not much of a difference between the pace. Here is Raphael. Back markers to get through on the left-hand side there, but keeping well out of the way. Raphael's got decent water as well. It's not too choppy. Does have a ski ahead of him. The dice through the shot, being pursued by Anthony Bernot from Belgium. They all do look like they've had a good old workout over the last couple of days. Qualifying was choppy. The races have been choppy, it's hot conditions as well. And the Dice, who got that whole shot, remember, in race 2 in Moto 2, languishing outside the top 3 positions now. Michael Poret chasing down brother Jeremy, but again, doesn't seem to have the pace that he showed in the first race of this day, the second Moto. Perhaps just gave it a bit too much over the logs. Nicely done, but there's a decent gap between him and his brother ahead. There he is, Jeremy Poret, victory in race 1. And victory a couple of times before across the season. Smooth riding. Championship leader, especially with Dardillat so far back, having damaged his ribs in qualifying. Poret's not that far back, is he? He's very nice over those jumps. And there is Valentin Dardillat, desperately trying to pick up some points, trying to protect his body. Didn't manage to do that in Moto 2. Oh, someone's going for a little bath. Who's that? Looked like William Soule. Far back at the tail of the main JX1 category. Now it's just a case of trying to get to the end of the race here. Not far to go, but these races, they're short, but they do take it out of the riders. Unique, beastie Kawasaki ploughing on. In pursuit, Morgan Poret, but I don't think Poret's got anything he can do about it. That Kawasaki looks so good in the water, so strong. It's not being bounced around at all. And Morin, the works rider, is able to do exactly what he wants to do with it. These bullets do look a little bit more light, which is fantastic for most of the venues we go for. When you get chopped, that lightness means they get bounced around more. Alec Enderle, the Swiss native, trying to get his third podium in a row. He's not right at the head of the field, but he's always there to pick up the pieces. And Morin, oh, taking a bath at the very end of the race on the log jump. A little mistake there from Morin. He gets on to the rescue jet ski, and that is it, out of the race. Big shame for the Wurtz Kawasaki rider. We're coming to the end of the race then, and at the front of the field it's been a dominant performance. A little mistake this morning from Jeremy Poret meant he didn't take victory in race 2, but he is going to take victory in third race, and therefore victory here in Bouveret in Switzerland. A nice big jump to celebrate. It's been a hard day on Lac Le Mans. Michael Poret by the end, really a long way back. Looks over his shoulder to see how close his nearest contender is. Alec Enderle over the start finishing line. And he does pick up third position, and he'll be on the podium once again. Good to see the brothers all enjoying themselves down there. Another great weekend from the Porets. And that is the end. Jeremy Poret then gets a chance to do the victory lap with the checkered flag in front of this huge crowd of fans. And that puts him right at the head of the championship, with Valentin Dardillat picking up very, very few points after injury. The race victory to Jeremy Poret, Michael Poret in second, and Alec Enderle in third position. And those points added to the other two motos mean that Jeremy Poret wins ahead of Michael. Alec Enderle and Morgan Poret with the same points, but Alec Enderle will stand on the podium as third position here in Switzerland in front of his home fans and curious tourist boats as well. A huge shame for Valentin Dardillat not to be up there. We'll see him back at the So Fun Village in Paris.
I have a problem with my ski in first moto. It was better in second and third moto, but my ski is only a G2, so it's difficult to battle with the G1 ski. And I'm very happy to take the third place here in Le Bouveret. It's my place, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, second overall is good. It's my place. I mean, Jeremy is faster than me. Jeremy was not good in the second moto, so I did my best. I win second moto, but I finished second place. It's my place. I have to work. I need to train more, and maybe I can win, but I have a lot of work. Jeremy is very fast.
So you think you could maybe take him in So Fun?
I don't know. Yeah, Soften, I will have a good engine, so it depends of how my jet ski is working. For sure, my physical will be not good for Soften, but Soften is a special track. I mean, if you start first, it's very hard to pass, so we will see.
Jeremy, championship leader, and you took the overall this weekend. You've came back from an injury. You look like you're riding strong out there. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel so good because I took precious points here, and it's very good for me. I'm okay on my ski. My knee is better and better, so I think for the final on Soften it will be okay for me. And this track is very hard, so in the second moto I didn't so good, but in the third moto I won, so it will be okay for me. Yeah, I think without Valentin it's difficult for me because to make my best, I need a concurrent, I need a battle, and without Valentin it's different. So I need to find in myself, and in the third moto it will be okay for me.
So the championship then, Jeremy well ahead of Morgan. Stephen Lodice in third position now, Valentin Dardillat dropping all the way to fourth. We go back to France for the final round in a couple of weeks.
Well, Switzerland, you've been amazing. A beautiful location, great weather and awesome racing. Championship leader Jeremy Poret extends his lead going into Soften. It's the finale. Don't miss it.